Tell us when we're live, Artie.
Yeah, I just want to sure.
Yeah, get that angle. Make it beautiful. Who's taller?
Oh God, I probably shouldn't have this box in the picture. That's great. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Live.
No, just kidding. It's not it. 3, 2, 1.
Live. All right. Welcome to the December to Remember sales event, aka MoonGoat subscription tasting, where we did something. Oops, it's all Ethiopia this month. So join us, Jonathan and David, as we drink 5 coffees and tell you about how they taste. You can join us if you sign up for Roaster's Choice subscription, either 2 or 4, or if you're grandfathered in on one of the old options, we love you. Thank you for being with us. Spro subscription available in 1, 2, or 5 pounds, or a batch brew subscription. What sizes are the batch brew subscription available in? 1, 2, 5. Is that right? Yeah, there you go. 1, 2, and 5 pounds. I know my products. I do drink all these coffees. I just don't have these subscriptions because I mainline it. So I'm joined today by Jonathan, who started on the team how long ago?
3 months.
3 months. Woo! 3 months, and has some responsibility for doing some of the marketing around these coffees. So we don't taste coffees together too often, but we're going to taste them today. And he's going to be the human, while I'm the coffee nerd that tells you all about these coffees. So without further ado, let's get into it. Cue the intro. That's right. So we'll start off with the coffee we're using for our batch brew subscription, which is going to be a Ethiopia Sidama Natural, one of my favorite regions. I visited Sidama, Ethiopia last year. Beautiful coffee. We bought this coffee to blend into our dark side of the MoonGoat, and it was so good that we had to show it off on its own. Really nice coffee brought to us via Royal on the import. And when we're selecting these coffees for batch brew, we're looking at coffees that have a little bit more solubility than, are a little bit darker roast. So we call this one a 42% dark. So it's about that medium roast profile. And it has tasting notes of, we put dried berry, rosemary, cocoa powder. What are you tasting, Jonathan? Is it a boom or no?
Let me give that like 5 big boom.
Okay, all right. Jonathan is younger than me, in case you didn't know from the AJ and Big Justice.
Hey, you started it.
I did start it. What do you think? You like it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really nice, clean, smooth coffee. It's a good one to wake up and drink every day. So,
yep, perfect for cream and sugar, perfect on its own. And Ethiopia is our top selling region, so we wanted to show out for our December to Remember sales event, and it's all Ethiopia's. So that's what you get if you get the batch brew subscription this month. It's a great coffee, and what's cool is that this one's going to sync up. This is the first month we're syncing up with what's in our stores. So at least for 1 week this month, we're going to have this available on batch brew. The camera operator can confirm. Is that what it is? Arturo's the camera operator today.
He's nodding.
Confirmed. Nodding. So that's what's cool. You'll be able to go to the store and try it and get a subscription of it. And that's the only place, because it's not going to go on retail, right? Only to the batch brew subscription as I grab this bro bag. But really nice coffee from Sidama, Ethiopia. Cherry smallholders. Royal brought it in for us. They're awesome. We love it. On to the next coffee. We've got our espresso subscription, which is also, you guessed it, a different Ethiopia Natural. This is an Ethiopian Natural that came to us from our friends at Bodhi Leaf and Sammy Omer, the Omer family, and Tracon. So we'll shout out Sammy. I'll tag him in the comments because he visited us in Southern California recently, which was awesome. Reasons we chose this for espresso subscription is we're actually roasting this one a little bit deeper. It's still at 42% dark, but even in the cupping bowl, you can see it actually has a little bit more liquored color, like it's a little bit darker. And I would say like the difference, we put bittersweet chocolate, toasted walnut, and fruity cereal. But even here, it's got this awesome almost spice note, and like if you mix red licorice in with spices, like kind of that sort of flavor profile to me. And so we think that this will cut through milk, but be an awesome coffee to put in, whether you have a Breville Barista Express at home or something even nicer. This is going to shine under espresso. But what do you think, Jonathan? Your job is to pick which one is your favorite of these as we go. So better, worse, or same?
I'm going up, but I don't have all the same things he's saying. That's why I'm not a coffee nerd. He knows all those things. I just think it tastes a little bit better. And
I agree. It does taste just a little bit better. Both are great coffees. Yeah. Both are on their own. The Batch Brew subscription is more affordable than the espresso subscription. So we had to give the best coffee we could to that. And fun fact, this espresso will be on bar in all of our shops. So you'll be able to try it as an espresso shot if you want to try it before you buy it. So, for the small single origin upgrade in the espresso, when is it going in the hoppers, Arturo? Later this week. You can try it later this week as these are landing and tasting along. And you can go ask your barista on bar how they dialed it in and help you get some dial in at home. And of course, that's always available to you if you leave a comment or roast@moongoat.com how we dialed it in. We have a suggested recipe on the cute little postcards we send out with them. But again, this is a great coffee. Comes to us from is this a Guji? Yeah, this is a Guji, right? Mm-hmm. Yep, Guji, Shikiso, sourced by the Omer family, Traycon Trading. We're super big fans of them, and I think most of the rest of these coffees come via them. So I'll stop shouting out Sammy and Traycon and just get to tasting their coffees, because not only did we just taste the espresso subscription, we also tasted the Ethiopia Guji Nat. Look at that cute label. Whoa. Super cute label. And this coffee, this is the one we just tasted like this. Fruity cereal, bittersweet chocolate. But again, in the more intense and restricted things, I think you're looking for a little bit of spice and licorice, but like the good licorice, not the one that people hate, like good red licorice, the Australian red licorice. But what I'm very excited for is the return of the Gori Gesha Carbonic. Arturo, the camera operator's his competition coffee was this. Aaron Kwan, our Brewers Cup competitors' competition coffee was this, and this is fresh crop of that. So without further ado, this is that coffee. And we put tasting notes of kiwi, strawberry, plum, and I say 5 big booms on this one for me personally.
I was told to stop last
time. No more Costco guys references. They're gonna know that we for sure have brain rot if we're not careful. Chronically online here at MoonGoat. Jonathan,
it's my job.
Yeah, Jonathan has an excuse. His job is to be online. So at least he can have a good excuse as to why. So in comparison to the espresso subscription coffee, which one's your favorite of the 3 so far?
I mean, it's gotta be there's a reason it's the competition coffee. It just shines on its own.
Yep.
It's delicious. I don't know. I can't break it down the same way you do, but
it's a good coffee.
It's a good coffee.
And we're doing this subscription for no additional price to have this coffee that's going to be a $30+ bag of coffee on retail and in our gold series. So this is a really high quality. And again, it's one of the top lots from one of the most sought after birthplaces of coffee, the Gori Gesha region. And again, comes to us via Traycon. So we're super excited to have this coffee. And I think, this is Roaster's Choice 400 gram assortment. You're going to be stoked to get these 2 bags. These are great coffees to have, but number 3 and 4 is where we turn it up a notch. And we brought the heat on these. We've got an amazing washed Guji, and then we've got an awesome wine process from that same Gori Gesha region. So we'll taste those. We'll start with the washed Guji. because this is one of those coffees that really I fell in love with specialty coffee. Was this washed Guji style of coffee? What I like about this is a little crisper. To me, these always have like super clear kiwi notes. I've been eating kiwis every morning, and it just reminds me literally of that. It's roasted a little bit lighter. We're at 40%. The roast turned out really good, and the carbonic's at 36%. So definitely lighter roasts on these. And we use the roast scale of 0 being completely unroasted, 100% being we just burnt the crap out of it and made it completely black. And we roast between 20 and 80%. And really, most of our coffees fall between 40 and 60. That's like our medium roast range. So if it's above 60, it's a dark roast for sure. And if it's below 40, it's a light roast for sure. So 20 to 40 is light, 40 to 60 medium, 60 plus dark. We rarely hit that 80%. We try to lean into that as close to 60 on the dark roast. But again, this one is in that 40%. So it's right on that edge of knocking on medium, but still a light roast. Yeah. So what do you think, Jonathan?
I mean, that one's the brightest one so far.
Yep.
I mean, they're different, but this one felt like it's like Walking on Sunshine, the song. It's like, it just brightens your day, a little fruity.
There you go.
A little yummy.
Yep. And it's a wash coffee. So it's the first wash coffee in this lot. And we don't necessarily source a ton of wash coffees, but when we do, they're really good ones. And this is one of those. So the last one, we're saving the best for last. If you get 800, the number 4 coffee is the Gori Gesha wine process. What does that even mean? I don't even know. The Gori Gesha wine process, again, roasted 32%, it's the lightest roast. We're calling it anaerobic natural. I believe what we are doing with the wine process is yeast inoculated and put into a tank and not CO2 flushed, but that the yeast bubbling up creates a seal in those sealed containers and then starts the anaerobic skin contact full natural process. So all coffee is fermented. These ones are just fermented expertly by the Omer family in Ethiopia. And I'm going to say it. I think this one's my favorite because it's got the most expressive, fruity flavor. It's got a bit of effervescence, like a Lambrusco red wine, fruity, winey. And it's not necessarily one I would drink 2 cups of, but I would love the first cup. So, Jonathan, give us a breakdown. Which one's your favorite? Which one's challenging? Is this one better, worse, same?
I can't even say I like one better than the other. They're all of these coffees were like incredible, and they're just good in different ways. So you're putting me too much on the spot. I need to sit with my thoughts a little bit to pick an absolute favorite, but all incredible coffees, and it depends on what you're feeling in the moment. So
perfect. Well, we'll wait for your Instagram caption about these subscription coffees to say what your true thoughts are on them. That'll give you an Instagram idea just there. But I think I like the Gori Geishas the best just because they're the most expressive, they're the most dynamic. They have the best story of just being where coffee was first discovered and then promulgated all over the world via these are those same varieties. Gori Gesha 1931, when it was first really traced back then to being a type of coffee from that region. They've got all that expressiveness with immaculate fermentations, and this is going to be the best value you'll be able to get those coffees, and is the subscription. So you can do it with my permission. Get the subscription, get these coffees, and then cancel it for the roaster's choice. Just if you do yourself one favor, buy yourself one Christmas present. You deserve it. I think you do. I'm looking at you specifically. If you waited till the end, you can use the coupon code Decaf Delight for 20% off your first order, or something like that, right? I think Decaf Delight, is it active? Might be active. We'll make it active. We'll make sure it's active, because if you watch to the end, you deserve a prize. I think last time I teased a prize and then I didn't give a prize. That's so mean. So this time, well, I just said I didn't have a coupon code for you or anything. So yeah, Jonathan, tell people what they need to know. What do they need to know? Anything else?
Hey, get the subscription. You won't regret it. Fresh coffee every month.
Yeah, these literally just landed. All Ethiopia. Oops. Oopsie poopsie. All right. TTFN. Turn off YouTube.
And
Turn off YouTube. Was that the most live we've ever been?
I don't think so.